And now for understanding better about all concept of this project, we consider some initial things, and also after that we go to technical part for more detail. First of all, we should know what is STN and what is the architecture component of the STN. As you can see, the STN topology consists of three layer and three component architecture. The first one is this STN application, and second one the control layer, and also the last one is the infrastructure layer. They depend and related to all the network infrastructure, network devices, and we are two. Connectivity between the central layer, that is the control layer, between the upper layer, the application layer, and also the lower layer in the infrastructure layer. And the control data plane interface is related to the down connectivity, and also the upper connectivity controlled by the application programming interface that is called API. And also for more detail, you can see the link, the YouTube. This is the YouTube link in the below this slide. This is my YouTube channel, and you can find the SDN and NFV video for more detail and got it what is SDN generally. And continue, and we discussed about the TAPI. We should know TAPI, Transport API, is a standard API developed by the Open Networking Foundation, ONF, that allow a TAPI client, for example, a carrier orchestration platform or a customer application, to retrieve information from and control a domain or transport network equipment controlled by a TAPI server. As you can see, this slide show also three layer that's controlled by the transport application programming interface. That is the, for example, the equipment controlled by TAPI server, is the transport SDN controller. And also, if you want more know about the TAPI, you can click in this link below of this slide, and you can learn a lot. And after that, what is RESTCONF? The RESTCONF, first, let's look at the protocol stack and step through the layer. The RESTCONF consists of three layers: the content, operation, and transport. The content layer is unlike netconf, very much use XML. In the netconf, we use XML format, and the RESTCONF allow for either JSON or XML to be used. In continue, you can see what is the JSON type of data, and for continue, the operation layer as a second layer. Each of the operations are aligned to the various HTTP methods, providing the required set of CRUD base, the create, replace, update, and delete. You can create object, you can replace the object by the RESTCONF, and also the delete. CRUD base operation that available in the layered operation of the RESTCONF. And also at the last, you can see the transport protocol is HTTP, allowing us to use HTTPS, providing the security benefit that TLS has to offer. The RESTCONF providing us the HTTPS method for more security. And as far as you know, Stefan has in the last presentation presents the new type of RESTCONF with support HTTPS and need the authentication for the receiving and sending the data. Okay, and the next, you should know what is JSON. JSON, JavaScript object notation, is a high-weight data interchange format. It is easy for human to read and write. It is easy for machine to parse and generate. JSON is a text format that is completely language independent. You can see in the right side of this slide, for example, we have a lot of data, but parsing into a specific syntax that's called JSON. You can see the first name of the, for example, in variable of the human is John, and the last name is Smith, and all the information that you need is separate and consists of the subtype of the variable. You can see the right side of this slide. And JSON build on two structure: a collection of name and value pair in various language. This is realized an object, record struct, dictionary, has hash table, keyed list, or associative array. And the second in an order list of value. In most language, this is realized as an array, vector, list, or sequence. And this is the simplest way to classify all the data. That is a need for continue for using the T-API, because we have a lot of information and we should classify them. And for more, we use JamesPass. JamesPass as additional things. JamesPass is a query language for JSON. JamesPass is not a language. James is not a data type. Is a query language for JSON. You can extract and transform element from JSON document. As far as you see in this slide, you can see example a.b.c element 0.d element 10, and you can see the element 0 of C is D, and the element 1 and 0 of D is 1, and the result is 1. And you can getting easily the data from the JSON file. And also, if you want to know more for JamesPass, that is so famous query language, you can click on the link below of this slide. And finally, according to see the GIF play to the right side of this slide, you can see the Dijkstra algorithm to find the shortest path between the two nodes. You can see the Dijkstra algorithm starts from the node A and want to search the shortest path between A and B. And the implementation and how it works in this you can see in the GIF. And the first time as an initial node, Dijkstra starts to searching all the distance between a variable node that is neighbor for the initial node, and getting the lowest, and also send the information to this node, and to continue iteratively do this job and find the best path as a short path for that we can use this algorithm for routing the node. You can see in the next slide. Okay, and the concept, our concept is finished, and you know all the things that you need about do the project about SDN and T-API over RESTCONF. And now we go to the code section and implement our concept into reality. And connect to Polyme VPN and go on in the continue. And also we have, as you can see in the, we have some application, for example, Postman and so on, to graphical, that has a graphical user interface for using the RESTCONF to use a CURD operation. For example, in this project, we need to get TAPI context as a step 1, as Mona said before. Into the step 1, this get method, we getting the TAPI context, as you see this is the Postman application, and this is the result of getting the context about the get operation in the RESTCONF. And after that, in step 2, we get node UUID list. As you can see, we parsing the data and getting the node interface. This TAPI context, and we getting the UUID as a step 2, and also step 2, and also in this section we iteratively query individual node in the sub step of step 2 to find the node, and also to find the node, because as you can I explained before, the TAPI controller has a northbound in SDN concept has a northbound interface and also a southbound interface. The southbound interface getting all the data about the infrastructure, device, and network, and you need on the data, for example, the list of node for the routing. And for this project, we getting all the data about the all the specific data that we need about the node of the infrastructure to classifying in shortest path routing. And in continue, we working now on a digestor code in a Python. As you can see, this is my template, and not finished now because, as far as you know, we started late in this project, and my code, actually our code, because for the delay reason, is not implemented yet and not work properly and good. But in this Python code, we want to getting all the information about the node and classifying as a shortest path for routing for routing lookup, and also all of this operation do for Python and Python code. And that's all. This is our project.